Hi everyone, I'm Tam, and we are back with another Why I Think It Is. Today, let's talk about why honesty is a great policy. I don't think honesty is the best policy because you can definitely still get trapped inside your own kind of bubble because you may not be you may not want to believe in your own kind of awareness. For example, you've been rejected so many times by FANG companies, Facebook, Amazon, uh, Apple, etc. These FANG companies, and you see a new position by Microsoft that looks very promising. It looks like looks very good. Your resume looks like it could definitely like match very well. However, you don't take you don't send in your resume. You don't do anything because you've been hurt so many times by rejection from these FANG companies, these like top like 10 companies, whatever, that you kind of just like stop yourself from taking that leap. So in that sense, honesty can still kind of like keep you down, so to speak. Um, Depending, I guess, on how you view your own experiences. Well, where or not you view them to be, like, I guess, positive, negative, or I guess neutral, etc. So in that light, honesty can definitely still keep you kind of down. However, compared to all the other ways to be, to conduct yourself, to interact with yourself and other people, to self-reflect and so on, honesty is a great policy because honesty cuts to a lot of like things. It cuts to a lot of fluff. For example, if, if you're trying to sell an iPhone, talking to somebody who wants an Android and trying to convert them is kind of pointless. It's just like just find somebody who wants an iPhone, because it's kind of straightforward, So honestly, it cuts to allow like the fluff, and it actually allows you to have a humane connection with other people, so that you actually connect to the right people. It's not about connecting to everybody. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to connect to everybody. We want to connect to the right people that matter to us. That's kind of the point, So by being honest about what you want, for example, I only care about fishing. I don't care about video games, etc. I'm actually starting to distance myself, repel myself from people who want to just who want to play video games all day, and I'm starting to move towards and attract people who want to just do fishing, go fishing, take like a trip into the ocean for like a few days, just fish. So I'm moving towards things that matter, and I'm moving away from things that clearly do not. So it definitely attracts what you care about and kind of repels the things that you don't really matter to you. It's a pretty good way to spend your time. Instead of like beating around the bush, like doing all this other stuff, you kind of just get to the point. And like I think the fear is that the fear is that by being more honest, you actually kind of, I guess, may hurt people, or you may, like, I guess, lose some people. I mean, honestly, um, um, having the right people in your life at whatever point you're in makes more difference than trying to like keep everybody. It's just like, some people will kind of like you kind of grow apart from because your interests no longer align. For example, your best friend in sixth grade no longer is your best friend now because you're on different paths. She's a software engineer. You're a kind of like a PhD doctor, so you don't really, I guess, intellectually connect that well anymore compared to your peer groups. Your doctor and your nurses and etc. So it's not it's um, um, you're not intentionally hurting her. You're just intentionally you're just kind of like moving apart from her towards things that kind of matter to you more. So you're not exactly hurting her. Same thing. So I guess the fear of like hurting people, or I guess, or kind of letting people go is not it's not exactly true. You kind of just moving up closer to things that matter to you, and unfortunately. what they what kind of matters to them is moving towards a different direction than the one you're on. I mean, like there's no hate, like, it's just kind of like, okay, my interests my interests, the things that matter to me, and have now changed, and that's about it. Like if if you call me up like 5 years from now, well, we can still do things together. See you're saying, like, so the fear of, like, I guess, losing other people is probably why some people don't want to be, I guess, be more genuine, because the peer group that you kind of like have been a part of for so long, the sum of your five friends is now kind of like no longer, like, I guess, vibing with you, and you try, I guess, breaking free, or really kind of just like moving on to a different interest is how I kind of would phrase it.